To A-skip or not to A-skip? That is the question. Hi guys, and welcome to this deep dive into one of the most popular sprint drills in the world, the A-skip. I see this drill being performed incorrectly all the time, for better or for worse. So the A-skip is essentially a progression from high knees where correct joint angles and posture are mastered. However, despite being the most popular entry-level drill for sprinting, beginners find it hard to grasp because the alternate 1-2, 1-2 foot contact is counterintuitive when moving forwards. What you tend to see in beginners is the opposing foot picking up off the floor as the other leg swings down. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's a reflex, namely the crossed extensor reflex. This is the same reflex that kicks in when you step on a plug, for example. And the reflex is faster than a conscious movement because the nerve signal only has to travel to the spinal cord and back, missing out the brain and the associated processing time. However, when this kicks in during the middle of the A-skip, you end up with an incomplete knee drive and you kind of get a lag and you aren't achieving what the drill sets out to do in the first place. And it looks a little something like this. So they don't get the 1-2 action of the feet. They start picking the other leg up while the other leg is cycling through the air. So they get like something in between the two drills. So the stance leg moves to about halfway. It's not all the way through, and it's just lazy here before it goes through to the other switch. So to teach the A-skip to many beginners, you have to throw the key positions out the window and literally regress to a hopscotch so they can learn the rhythm before mastering the key positions. Enter the A-switch. During the A-switch, we actively exchange the legs, taking a single leg bounce in between contacts. You can start standing or even leaning up against a wall before progressing to moving forwards. So how do we decide on which drill to use? Well, that depends on how much time you have with the athlete, both short and long term, and the size of the group you are coaching. If you're working with an individual athlete long term, then it may be worth investing time into developing the A-skip. You see, the timing of the foot contacts between 1-2, 1-2 develops the rhythmic bounce and impulse needed for top speed while working each leg individually, which allows a more conscious refinement of the movement patterns. On the other hand, if you have time constraints or a larger group of athletes, then you may need to be more concise with your drill selection. In this scenario, you could be better served using the A-switch, where the cognitive demands and the time to mastery is reduced. This is often the case when coaching team sports athletes where field training takes a priority. In fact, believe it or not, I once worked with a rugby league team where I only got 10 to 15 minutes a week to work on speed with the squad. Thanks for listening, guys. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe below.